Welcome to Christmas from the North Pole, Christmas Countdown from Geek, Alabama. Join us every day during the Christmas season where we talk about stories from the North Pole and Santa Claus. And here to tell your stories is your host, Nathan Young. Welcome to the latest edition of Christmas from the North Pole, Christmas Countdown. So yesterday we're talking about how the elves and Santa get healthcare up in the North Pole. But today we're going to talk about how they stay healthy in the North Pole, which is a whole different thing because way up in the North Pole, it's cold year-round. Maybe except for a few days during the summer. But most of the year they have snow and ice, and it's hard to get around outside the North Pole up there. So how do the elves stay active and healthy? And same for Santa and Mrs. Santa, because, all those cookies are eventually going to add weight to you, right? So the elves, the ones that work on toys, the ones that run the North Pole, they have sports leagues. They like to participate in small little sports leagues they have just in the North Pole. So they'll play the average sports like football, flag football. They don't like tackle football. And baseball and basketball and hockey. Hockey's very popular up there because it's ice and snow mostly year round. So like Canada, hockey's probably one of the most popular sports up there in the North Pole. But they'll play any type of sport. They have a bowling alley. They'll play pickleball, which is the newest sport that's really taken off. They'll play just about any sport that we know of. And not just playing sports, but they also like to meditate. They have a yoga studio there. They like to do calming activities too to stay healthy. Because the elves know that if you become unhealthy, it's a long flight down to Canada to the nearest hospital. As for Mrs. and Mr. Santa Claus, they try to stay active. Mrs. Claus is probably way more active than Mr. Claus. Mr. Claus loves those cookies. He'll eat millions and millions and millions of cookies on Christmas Eve, but he'll also eat cookies during the rest of the year too, but not too many cookies because we know eating too much sugar can cause diabetes. We don't want that. So yeah, Mr. Santa might go on a walk. He'll go around the village and walk around talking to people and everything. He might get on a treadmill at their house to get a little exercise here and there, but they're not as active as the elves are. But they're active enough where they're not having many issues with health and everything, which is not, we don't want to have health issues with Santa Claus or Mrs. Claus. No, we don't. So, yes, the elves and Santa stay healthy up there, and they like to stay active. Now, thank you for watching this latest, or listening to this latest edition of Christmas of the North Pole Christmas Countdown. We'll be back tomorrow with another edition. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for listening to Christmas from the North Pole Christmas Countdown. For more stories, articles, and podcasts, please log on to geekalabama.com.